Hi guys, a quick video here on subtracting integers. A few things here to note. Up at the top, it says 2 wrongs do make a right. This is just a little trick for you to remember. And then it says, and 1 wrong takes you left. This is talking about when you are working on a number line. When you have 2 negatives beside each other, they're always going to merge and make a positive sign. So what I mean by that is if you had something like 5 minus -3. These 2 negatives, because they are side by side, this is what it's talking about on 2 wrongs do make a right. So you would rewrite this as 5 plus 3. Okay. From there, you simply add those 5 plus 3, which we know is 8. So down here, it shows us a few examples of this. My pen is a little larger than I'd like. All right, so it says here 3 minus -4. So that is 2 negatives side by side. So you can see here they've rewritten that as 3 plus 4. And we know that 3 plus 4 is 7. Again, the next example here, 5 minus -6 equals, would rewrite that, and that becomes the 2 negatives do make a right, so 5 plus 6, okay? There's one more there for you to look at if you'd like. I'm going to write one down, and I'd love for you to pause the video and to try this. It's going to be, man, my writing on this today is not working out well. All right, so it's going to be 5 minus -3. So I'd like you to pause now and solve that. All right, so if you've paused there, you should now be back on, and you should have said 5, and then 2 negatives beside each other do make a positive, so that becomes 5 plus 3, which becomes 8. Okay, so then over here on the other side, and we'll come back to a few more problems like that in a second, but here on the other side, it says 1 wrong takes you left. So if we're looking at a number line here, and we are at 8, we can start here at 8. And 8 minus 3, I know if I am subtracting that I am going to go to the left on the number line because that is the direction of my left numbers. So I would just simply 1, 2, 3, and these are the same kind of problems you've been subtracting for years and years. So 8 minus 3 would give you 5. Okay. The same works though if we were somewhere else and we were subtracting a larger number from a smaller number. So here we're at 4. If we are going to subtract 9, we're going to go to the left because my negative numbers are to the left. I'm going to go 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That gives me my answer of -5. All right, so there's one more example there. Again, if you want to take a moment and look at that, you can. If you feel like you understand, though, I would like you to pause after I write this problem down and solve this problem. Go ahead and pause and do that now. All right, so if you pause now, if you start at -7, and again, if you are going to subtract 3, we know that to subtract is to go to the left because 1 wrong takes you left. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, and you should have gotten an answer of -10. Okay, so down here at the bottom, this is more referring to rules when we are doing this. Why is this not erasing? I'm having some issues on here today. Okay, we're just going to keep going. So the rule that I personally prefer here is going to be keep, change, change. And what I mean by that is you're going to always keep the first number. You're going to change the second, the subtraction sign to a plus sign, and then you're going to change the second number to its opposite. They use on these particular notes, keep it, change it, flip it. It's the same exact thing. So if we're looking down here at this example, we have 4 minus 5. So they would keep, I'm just going to rewrite this so it's a little larger. They would keep the first number of a 4. The subtraction sign always comes a plus sign. And then we take the opposite of -5. In this case, that would be +5. And look what I have now. I have a nice easy addition problem of 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay. The next one I have is 5 excuse me, nope, let's switch down here, is negative 3 minus negative 9. So I'm going to keep my negative 3. I'm going to change this to an addition problem. I'm going to take the opposite of negative 9, which is positive 9. And now I can either use my number line up top to solve this, or I can use my song, same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. I'm going to start at negative 3 up here at the top, and I'm going to go to the right 9 because that is the direction on my number line of positive numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is going to give you an answer of positive 6. All right, I'd like you to pause now and try one on your own. So let's do 2 minus 10. Go ahead and pause and solve that. All right, so now we're going to keep that first 2. We're going to change this to a plus sign. We're going to take the opposite of, this is just a positive 10. This here is a subtraction sign. This is a positive 10. So the opposite of positive 10 is negative 10. And then I can use my song, or I can use my number line. These are different signs, so I'm going to subtract, which is going to give me 8. And I'm going to take the sign of the larger number, which is 10. And my answer would be negative 8. Just a couple more here. If I have 8 minus negative 3, I'm going to keep the 8. I'm going to change this to an addition problem. The opposite of negative 3 is positive 3, and then 8 plus 3 is 11. Last problem here, we have negative 2. I'm going to change this to a plus. I'm going to take the opposite of positive 7, which is going to be negative 7. Same signs, I add, so 2 plus 7 is 9, and I keep the sign, so I'm at negative 9. All right, I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon.